Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahusha Braga Thumb. My brothers, Yahweh Shemal, the Thun Bahashim Yahusha, the sisters. I'm preaching officer Rakab at Israelite School UPK. Start out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. You know what I mean? Bear with me 1 second, alright? Trying to make sure we know something popping right here. Okay. Alright. Alright, so that's solid. Alright, man, so with that, bear with me 1 second, alright? Y'all know, man, we've been dropping this truth since 1969. You know what I mean? Teaching the truth according to the Bible. Alright? I'm teaching the truth according to the Bible. You know, the truth to so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. So-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. You know what I mean? Letting them know their true biblical identity, heritage, you know what I mean, and all that. So, you know, today we're gonna get into it a little bit, but I'm gonna spark the class off with questions. You know what I mean? See if anybody got any questions. I'm gonna spark it off like that, and then we'll transition into a lesson. All right. I'm gonna see what's happening. Okay. No sweat. All right. No sweat. Da 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 da. Right. All right. No sweat. Da 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 da. Let me check the YouTube. Oh, so you can get it like this, huh? Check the YouTube real quick, and then if there's nothing there, then I'll just spark it off. Okay. That's what I was trying to do. If there's nothing there, just get this rolling. All right. No sweat. All right, so today we're gonna get into you know, the importance of separating from America. You know what I mean? How you separate from America. All right. You know, everybody, you know, once again I want to commend all the brothers and sisters that's, you know, been standing up for the brother George Floyd and all the injustice that our people have suffered continuously inside of this kingdom. You know what I mean? I want to commend y'all, you know what I mean, for being in the right spirit. You know what I mean? But you know, now what we want to do is give you, you know, take your spirit and channel it in the right direction. You understand? You want to take that spirit that you have on you, that's good, that's against the oppressor, and we want to make it we want to refine it. Okay, we want to refine that and make it valuable. All right, make it something valuable to our people. Make it something that we can definitely make it something that we can definitely all benefit from. Okay. Um, However, once again, that's going to take great, tremendous sacrifice. Um, it's going to take a very, great sacrifice, and you know, we have to stop giving our love to the oppressor. Okay, so I'm gonna bring it to the basics. We're gonna spark it off. We'll go to Deuteronomy, the 7th chapter. All right, y'all get with me. Deuteronomy, the 7th chapter. All right. Deuteronomy 7, and then we start at verse. Let me see. I might want to start at 3. Seven and verse 6, and then I'll start at 3. Okay, and then we'll drop down to 3. So we'll start at 7 and 6, and then we'll drop down to first 3. All right. All right. So let's get it. All right. Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. All right. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. Right. The Lord said, thou, meaning thou. Who is this speaking about? This is speaking about the Israelites. Okay. Who are Israelites today? So-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians are, in regards to their identity, are authentically the children of Israel. Okay. So this is the Lord talking to so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. And he said, for thou art an holy people. When you go into the Hebrew word, holy means holy, Quadash in the Hebrew translates to separateness or withdrawn. You understand? So the Lord said thou, meaning so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, are separate and withdrawn, a holy people. That's the type of people that we are. All right. It doesn't say that, we're people that's inclusive, that are meant to be in a melting pot, you know what I mean, in diverse sorts of cultures and practices and customs and engaging in those things. It doesn't say that. It says that we are separate people unto the Lord thy God. You know what I'm saying? When you look at the word God, you know what I mean? Alahaya, meaning power. You understand? The Lord is our power. You know what I mean? The Lord is the Most High, and the Alahaya, meaning He's our power. The Most High power, our power. You know what I mean? He's our God. You understand? And we supposed to be a separate, withdrawn people unto Him. Meaning what? Meaning that we're not supposed to entangle ourselves in the affairs of this world. You know what I mean? We're not supposed to be grabbing a bag of charcoal and throwing it on a what you call come 4th of July, throwing it on the grill and flaming it up and getting a whole bunch of hot dogs and hamburgers and, you know what I mean, partying and letting off fireworks. That's not how we be separate or withdrawn onto the Most High. You know what I mean? We have to be separate and withdrawn onto the Lord. That's how the Most High intended for it to be. You know what I mean? And if we separate from America, if we separate from this society, you know what I mean, we come back to the Most High and be who the Lord called us to be. And we don't be what do you call that? We disregard all of the customs, all of the ideology, all the philosophies that we've been taught here in America. You know what I mean? We come back to the Most High. You understand? You know what? We ain't doing the Easter. We ain't doing the 4th of July, no Memorial Day, nothing. You understand? We're not doing none of that garbage. We don't believe in homosexuality. We don't believe in abortion. We don't believe in drug usage. You know what I mean? For the sake of abuse. You know what I mean? Now there is drugs that you could take for medicinal purposes. However, they are only through oral consumption, and it's to serve as medicine, not to get high. You understand? So separating from this society. You know what I mean? That's how we going. That's how we will receive justice. That's the only thing that will destroy this kingdom. You understand? The only thing that's going to destroy this kingdom is if so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians unify under the Most High, come back to the Lord. You understand? And reject every false way. You know what I mean? Reject that fake Christmas. You know what I mean? Ain't no white man sliding down the chimney or nothing like that, flying on reindeers or no garbage like that. No spooky, simple stuff like that. All right? There ain't no Easter bunnies don't lay eggs. You know what I mean? Salakia, bunnies don't lay eggs. There ain't no such thing as a goddamn Easter bunny. You know what I mean? Thanksgiving is about the murder of the so-called Native Indians. Every false way. Let all the false ways of this kingdom go. You understand? Let them false ways go completely. You know what I mean? That's you know what I mean? We are not being separate or withdrawn if we do that. You understand? Not at all. You know what I mean? We are not a separate or withdrawn people if we continue to engage in all of the festivities that this kingdom is providing. You know what I mean? And we continue to be what our slave master wants us to be. All right, so let's read on. The Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. All right, meaning what? The Lord thy God, our power, have chosen us to be a special people unto itself. Meaning that, you know, our people are special to the Lord, meaning that we are better than the other nations. So-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, we are better, you know what I mean, than all the other nations in the sight of the Most High. You know what I mean? The Most High bestowed a special glory upon us. The Most High made us special amongst all of the nations. You know what I mean? We're the only ones that actually deal with the Lord. You know what I mean? And have that ability to deal with the Lord. You know what I mean? And have the Lord deal with us. You know what I mean? Have the Lord intervene in our affairs. You understand? So let's read on. Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. You know what I mean? Meaning that, you know, everybody wants equality and things of that nature. You know what I mean? And it's not really that, you know, our people don't really want equality. You know what I'm saying? What we want is justice. Ultimately, we want justice. You understand? That's what we want. We want justice for Sandra Bland. We want justice for Alton Sterling. We want justice for Tamir Rice and George Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery and Breonna Taylor. We want justice for the injustices that we have suffered in this kingdom without receiving any. You know what I mean? That's what we truly desire. You know what I mean? Subconsciously or consciously, that's what we desire. We desire the justice. However, you know what I'm saying, our oppressor tries, you know what I mean, to shift the whole tone of what's going on and tries to make it seem like it's not about, you know, receiving justice, but it's about being inclusive. It's about being equal. You know what I'm saying? You got, we're not fighting for equal educational opportunities. You understand? Al Sharpton or what have you might be. You know what I'm saying? But we're not fighting for equal educational opportunities. We're not fighting for equal housing opportunities. Meaning, not that that's not what we aspire to. Well, I wouldn't say that that's not even what we aspire to, because it's not what we aspire to. You know what I mean? When it's, we don't aspire to it, because in doing so, we put ourselves in a subjective position under our oppressor. You know what I mean? We give him the authority when we do that. When we sit here and we beg and we plead for, you know what I mean, equal education opportunities, equal housing opportunities, you know what I mean, equal employment opportunities. You know what I mean? We don't want to be the employers. I mean, we don't want to be the employees. We want to be the employer. You understand? We don't want to be the tenant. We want to be the landlord. You understand? Like, there's a whole different thing that we have to fight for. And if you still fighting for, you know, equal employment opportunities, then mentally, if you so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, that is, mentally we have to, you know, acknowledge that we are still slaves. You know what I mean? Because to get it, it means that, you know, you give the oppressor the upper hand. And you know what I mean? So no equal. We want to be, you know, we want to have our own education system. You understand? Our education system consists of what the Lord has in store. You know what I mean? Teaching our children to read and write in their own language, the Hebrew, teaching them about their history, you know what I mean, teaching them about prominent figures, you know what I mean, prominent figures in regards to their history, you know what I mean, and how it's relevant today, and teaching them about their culture and, you know what I mean, the laws that we had and things and so on, so forth. You know what I mean? We want to have dominion over our own education system. You know what I mean? That way we determine the outcome of it. You understand? We want to be the landlords. That way we decide who gets housing and who doesn't. You understand? We want to be the employer and decide who gets hired and who gets fired. You understand? That's the decision that we aspire to make, and that's what we fight for, because what we fight for is rulership. Because at the end of the day, the Lord intended for us to be above all people. You know what I mean? When we talking about social status, the Lord intended for us, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, to have be, you know, the top of the food chain. You understand? We supposed to be number one in all of these fields. You know what I mean? The only reason we not is because we continue to fight for our oppressors' love and you know, assert ourselves into the second class citizen position. You understand? We continuously assert ourselves in that second class citizen position rather than aspiring to be the first class citizen, which when you come back to the Most High, that's exactly what you are. You're the first class citizen because you are an Israelite by blood. You understand? When you look at the truth of these records, now I know, you know, the devil done took and twisted these scriptures to make you think that it means something completely different. You understand? However, you come to the UPK and you can come and get the proper understanding of what's being said in these scriptures. We'll shake the Christianity clean off you, you know what I mean, and you'll be a soldier for the Most High. You know what I mean? Sister, brother, you be a soldier. Sis, you be a down sister, and it's true, man. You know what I mean? What else? Let's read on. Now, let's drop up to 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Salakia. Now, if you want to be a black revolutionary, if you want to separate from white supremacy, you know what I mean, and white society in general, you know, picking up a gun and going out and killing a police officer is not the solution. You know what I mean? If you wanna take a stab at white supremacy, if you are mad at the injustice that blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians suffer in America and all around the earth, if you are upset, if it angers you about the oppression that we face on a daily basis, you know what I mean, then this is what you do. All right? Neither shalt thou make any marriages with them. Never lay with a white woman. Salakia. Never lay with anyone outside of your nation. You understand? If they in your nation, then you solid, it's a go. But you can't be against white supremacy and have a white woman on your arm. You understand? That's hypocrisy. That's a contradiction. You know what I mean? You'll never combat white supremacy like that. You know what I mean? What you do is you never marry her. Salakia, y'all. You never marry someone that's outside of your nation. That's a key thing right there. You know what I mean? Give your love to another black, Hispanic, or Native Indian woman. You know what I mean? So let's read on. All right. Thy daughter, Salakia, thou shalt not give unto his son. Right? Meaning this is applicable for sisters also. Okay? So if you a sister, not only is this something that pertains to a man as far as who he stick his rod in, you know what I mean? But this also applies to sisters about what rod you let up inside of you. You understand? So you can't let another man from another nation inside of you. Okay? That if you a sister and you want to be pro-black and you want to be a revolutionary, you know what I mean? It's okay. You know what I mean? But one of the most radical things you could do as a sister, you know what I mean, is decide what you do with your body. You know what I mean? What you do with your body, you've been taught, and you know, because of our oppressor, because of Christianity, we've been taught that, you know, you can be a whore in this kingdom until you to get a piece of paper and a ring. Meaning what? Meaning you can run around here and you can have, you know, all kind of, you know, sex with every man and have every rod in every shape and size inside of you. And then once you decide to settle down, you know what I mean, you know, in your older age, then you can put a ring on it and get a piece of paper. You know what I mean? But that is not the case. Being a radical sister, you want to be a radical sister in the truth. You want to combat white supremacy, and never let a white man inside of you. You know what I mean? Don't let an East Indian or a Chinese or Italian or anybody that's outside of your nation is unacceptable to marry. It is absolutely unacceptable to marry anyone outside of your nation as a sister, just as much as it is if you're a brother. You know what I mean? And that's how you this is how you separate from white society. You know what I mean? You join them. But hold on, but I missed the part though, right? Hold on, nah. We solid, but let's read on. Thy daughter shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. All right, same thing, vice versa. All right. For they will turn thy son from following me. All right. So they're going to turn your son from following it. You know what I mean? The same thing happened with King Solomon when he was in his old age. He had them heathen women. You know what I mean? And, you know, he did his thing or what have you when he was rocking strong. However, when the brother got old in age, you know what I mean, he started serving the heathen gods. You know what I mean? Because his rib or what have you. You know what I mean? He was up there. He didn't have his wits about him like he once did when he was a young brother. You know what I mean? And he began to become, you know, weaker in his mind. You know what I'm saying, and more susceptible to that type of thing. So the Lord knows you'll be worshiping Buddha. You get with a Chinese broad, somehow, some type of way, you gonna worship Buddha. You know what I mean? You get with some white woman, somehow, some way, you'll be worshiping what do you call that? You'll be worshiping Caesar Borgia. You understand? You go get yourself with a East Indian woman, you'll be worshiping Allah. You'll do it eventually. They'll turn your heart away from the Most High. I mean, they turn your heart away from the Most High, meaning they turn away your mind from the Lord. You know what I mean? So you'll stop doing what the Lord said to do, and you'll start to indulge in these, forbidden things, what the Most High forbids. All right? Meaning, different spiritual systems or what have you, like Christianity and Islam. All right? So let's read on. And break them down. They are holy people unto me. Okay. No sweat. All right. So, with that being said, I did want to check something real quick too. Also, y'all bear with me. All right. So we busted that down real quick. No sweat. That's right. Okay. Dot. No, that ain't it. It's alright. It's alright. Alright, yeah. So, while we waiting. Hey, so another thing, if y'all on the Facebook, you know what I mean, y'all want to get your attendance right, you trying to get your Hebrew name or what have you, make sure y'all fill out the attendance sheet. You know what I mean? Rock put it in there in the chat on Facebook. You know what I mean? You can go in there and get you some credit toward your Hebrew name. You know what I mean? Toward your 90 days or what have you. So, Salakia. All right, let's keep it pushing, okay? We're going to keep this thing pushing all the way. All right. Bing, 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 bing. We'll go to the second address, but first I'm trying to get something real quick. Oh, that's what I'm missing. Where is it? Okay, there we go. Salakia, y'all. All right, so let's go to second Esdras 6 and 54. All right, that's going to be in your Apocrypha. All right, second Esdras 6 and 54 is going to be in the Apocrypha. Okay. All right, let's go. Second Esdras 6 and 54. All right. All right, let's get it. Second Esdras, chapter 6, and verse 54. And after these, Adam, also whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures. All right, so this is Adam. This is talking about Adam from Genesis. If you're familiar with the story Adam and Eve, this is talking about Adam from Genesis, all right? Let's read on. Whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures. Salaki. Whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures. Salaki, as y'all know, the Lord entrusted Adam with the responsibility to name all the beasts of the field, all the fowls of the air, what have you, things in the ocean, and all of that. Okay. So, hold on one second. Make sure about that. Okay. No sweat. So, with that being said, let's read on. Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, right? So now this is what might trip some people up, because they'll say, okay, well, how does the Most High only deal with the Israelites? Why are the Israelites so special to the Most High? I don't believe that. Not my Jesus, not my Bible. Okay. However, okay. However, um, Salaki. So, however, when you come to these records, you're gonna see what's actually being said here. Okay, let's say after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all. Right. So they say we all come from Adam. We all come from Adam. You know what I mean? How can we be separate? How can it be different races? All kind of madness, arises. You know what I mean? Because of how carnal our oppressor is, and his carnality has rubbed off on us through his Christianity, okay? And us following his Christian ways. It's ran off on us, all right? So, let's read on. All the creatures of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. So now we see here, you know what I mean? It's making a clear distinction between everybody and a certain people that have been chosen amongst all the people, right? Because you could accurately say that everyone comes from Adam, okay? You wouldn't be wrong in saying that technically. However, you know what I mean, depending on what spirit you're in, you know what I mean, it can be an error, okay? So, with that, let's keep it pushing. All right. And the people also whom now has chosen, let's drop down to 56. Matter of fact, before I do that, let me grab something real quick, all right? I'm going to go to Isaiah. I'm going to jump to Isaiah right quick. Y'all bear with me 1 second, all right? Okay, I need Isaiah. Salaki, y'all. Okay. Dang. So we're gonna go to Isaiah, right? 40. Okay. All right, so let's go back to your pocket. Let me see real quick. All right, let's go back to the Apocrypha real quick. We're going to hold Isaiah 40 and let's see. Just hold Isaiah the 40th chapter and read 54 again. Hebrews chapter Hebrews chapter 6 and verse 54. And after these, Adam also whom thou made us Lord of all thy creatures. Of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. Okay, so now we've discerned that the Most High has a chosen people. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. Okay, didn't mean to read that one, but let's drop down. As for the other people which also come of Adam. So now these are other people that come of Adam. All right. There's two different types of people that come from Adam. Not two different types of people, but there's the chosen ones. They can be categorized in two ways. Those who have been chosen and those who are not chosen. Okay. So it says, as for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing. Okay. So it said the Most High said that these heathen nations are nothing. You know what I mean? Said they were absolutely nothing. As for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle. So be like unto spittle, meaning what is spittle? Like if you ever spit and then you see the little side particles, the portions that fly out your mouth that are so small, you know what I mean? You know, you could barely see them, all right? Thou hast said that they are nothing, okay? Meaning they are absolutely nothing to him. The Lord could care less what happens to our oppressor. All right, let's read on. But be like unto spittle, Salaki, I skipped ahead a little bit, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. So, you know what I mean, likened the abundance of them, meaning he made a comparison to the other nations. And the comparison that he made was one where, you know what I mean, the nations are dropped that falleth from a vessel, meaning they get like if you have a vessel that's meant to hold water or something like that, you know what I mean? If you fill it up and it's all the way to the top, and then once you begin to walk with it, once you begin to walk with that vessel, let's read on. Oh, matter of fact, so once they do that, then Salakia. Let me just read it one more time. And said that they are nothing but be like unto spittle, and has that falleth from a week. Salakia. Good night. And has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. Salakia, y'all. You know what I mean? We here with it. Yeah. All right, no sweat. Let's see. So the drop that falleth from a vessel. Now this is explaining how unimportant the other nations are to the Most High. You know what I mean? And further expounding on how important so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians are to him. You know what I mean? Because once again, the Most High, if nobody else is, the Most High is pro-Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. You know what I mean? The Most High is pro-Israelite. You know what I mean? Pro-Yasha'Allah, which means Israel in Hebrew. The Most High is for Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, and has the plan to get us out of the hell that we suffer under the knee of our oppressor. You understand? The Lord has a solution. All we got to do is come back to it. You know what I mean? Because once again, the Lord doesn't even care about these other nations. So now, what do you think? It won't be much to the Most High. It won't be much to the Lord to get rid of all of these other nations, man. You know what I mean? To wipe them out. It won't be a difficult thing to do for the Lord. You know what I mean? To dang near wipe, our enemy out to the point of extinction, nearly to the point of extinction, will not be an impossible task for the Most High to accomplish. You know what I mean? That's an easy thing for the Lord to do. Okay, so let's now let's go to Isaiah 40 and 15. Okay, so lock here. I need to just put some water on my joint. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, um, Isaiah 40 and 15, right? No sweat. Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 15. Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket. All right. And are counted as the small. Let me see where we at. Small of a bucket, and are counted as the small dust of the balance. Behold, he taketh. All right. So, and are counted as the small dust of the balance. All right. The nations. So, Chinese, East Indians, Arabs, all of that. You know what I mean? Anybody outside of our nation. You know what I mean? So like here. Bear with me 1 second, y'all. And showed to him the way of understanding. No, that's not it. And taught him in the path of judgment. Okay, and reaccounted a drop of. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as the small dust of the balance. That's talking about a triple beam balance. You know what I mean? Counted as small dust. Once again, this is further, explaining the unimportance of the other nations. Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing. So he taketh up the isles, meaning the islands, as a very little thing. You know what I mean? It's nothing major to the Most High, regardless of how much land they occupy or anything like that. All right. All nations before him are as nothing. You know what I mean? And they are counted to him less than nothing and vanity. You know what I mean? The Most High said that the other nations are counted less than nothing. You know what I mean? And the reason why he's saying this is to let you know, once again, how much the Most High love Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. You know what I mean? That's why he's dropping it like that, okay? Because the Lord truly, sincerely loves Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, okay? So, he take the owls as a very little thing, you know what I mean? Meaning they small time, you know what I mean? They small time when it comes to the Lord. And once again, and then it also says counted less than nothing, right? So when you have less than nothing, man, you in the negatives. You understand? You are absolutely in negatives, and if you was to say less than nothing, then we can understand, that the Lord is about to do something serious to this kingdom, man. You know what I mean? He doesn't care. Not that he wants anyone to be put to death. However, the Lord and the angels of the Most High are going to have a field day when they come back, and deliver judgment to this earth, man. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, right? With that being said, where we was at? That's what we went to. Oh, let's drop down to 17, all right? All nations before him are as nothing, are at Salaki. All nations before him are nothing, and they are counted to him least in nothing and vanity. You know what I mean? What is vanity? Vanity is, once again, nothing. Okay? Absolutely nothing. Like if you said, man, that cat doesn't mean anything to me. I don't even know him. You understand? He doesn't know. He means nothing to me because I don't even know who he is. You understand? So, with that being said, if I could, let me see if I slide back to Yeah, matter of fact, hold on 1 second, y'all. Let's make sure something real quick. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, no sweat. Um, Let me see if I can check this real quick too. Also. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. No sweats. So we got Isaiah 40:17. We got that. Let's get. Mm, let's see. Let's check it out. Mm-hmm. Okay. Where we at with it? No, man. All right. No sweat. Forget about it. Um, where was we at? So now, let's keep it pushing. Let's go to Psalms 147, and we'll start at verse 19. All right. Ooh, Salaki. Mm-hmm. Right. See, I'm like that light hit preach. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Um. Yeah, bit Psalms 147, right? Psalms 147 and 19. All right, let's get there real quick. Let's check that thing out. Psalms 147 and 19. All right. Da da da. So, okay. This is it. Yeah, this is it. Yeah. All right. Psalms 147:19. He sendeth out his Salaki 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob. He showeth his word unto Jacob. Meaning what? The Most High showed his word unto Jacob. Who is Jacob? Jacob is the forefather, the progenitor of the Israelite race. You understand? That's who Jacob is. You know what I mean? Depending on the context, it can be used interchangeably. You know what I mean? To refer to Jacob himself, or uh, even more, it could just be used to generalize, the nation of Israel and call them by their progenitor, which is Jacob. Okay. Um, let's see. Where was he at? Let me throw the thing back on real quick. Man. Okay. Show of his word on the Jacob. So the Most High said he showed of his word on the Jacob, meaning what? The Most High gave us laws that we must abide by. You know what I mean? The Lord gave us laws, statutes, and commandments that will properly govern us in these last days. Okay? And not just in the last days, but, for an eternity. All right? These are the things that will keep us solid in effect. Okay? Um, let's read on. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes, you know what I mean? So he showed his word unto Jacob his statutes, right? Meaning what? What is a statute? A statute is the written law. So you know what I'm saying? So now you got the written law and you got the punishments that come for breaking that law. Okay? You might gotta pay a fine, or you might have to serve some jail time or what have you, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So the Most High gave that to us. You know, he gave that to us through Moses. You know what I mean? The punishments for breaking the law. All right. That's what Moses gave us. Let me see. Let's read on. And his judgments unto Israel. His judgments. What is the judgment? The judgment is the punishments, also known as curses. You see that in the Bible. That's what it's talking about. A curse is a punishment. But this is talking about also the punishments. All right. So, oh, hold on 1 second. That's right. And the judgments. Okay, so the judgments, like we said, is the punishment. You know what I mean? The Lord can punish you in any type of way. You know what I'm saying? It don't just have to be, kill you and you die. The Lord could take it nice and slow and kill you like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure, well, I won't want to say that. But let's read on. He have not dealt so with any nation. Now, if you don't deal with everybody, let's say, you went and you told somebody that you don't sleep with white women, you don't sleep with Africans, you don't sleep with Asians and nothing like that. You know what I mean? You don't have any friends in white society. You know what I mean? You don't have any friends in the African world or anything like that. They will look at you in absolute shock. You know what I mean? That's how they're going to look at you because they're not used to it. So, he have not dealt so with any nation, right? But the Lord has not dealt so with any nation, meaning that he didn't give these other nations, he didn't give them, the ability to have a direct connection with him and make them his. You know what I mean? The Lord never made any other nation his. He never allowed any converts to be amongst his people or any of that. The Most High is authentic. Okay. Let's read on. He have not dealt so with any nation, and for his judgments they have known them. And as for his judgments they have known them. Praise ye the Lord. Okay. And as for his judgments ye have known them. Meaning we know what it's like for, our people to normally have high blood pressure and diabetes or what have you. You know what I mean? That's normal. We are very familiar with the punishment to the Most High. You know what I mean? We know what it's like to sleep from couch to couch. You know what I mean? We know exactly what that's like because we inside this kingdom. All right. Let me see. All right. Let's see now. Let's roll over. Okay. Now let's go to Amos. All right. Let's go to Amos 3, and we'll start at 1. So let's go to Amos 3. All right, Amos 3 and 1. That is. All right. It's a lock here, y'all. All right, Amos chapter 3 and verse 1. All right. Make sure y'all with me. Y'all with me. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Where is it? All right. Amos chapter 3 and verse 1. All right. Hear this word that the Lord have spoken against you, O children of Israel. So now this is the Most High checking the whole nation. All right. Checking the whole nation of Israel, checking so-called Black, Spanish, Native Indians. All right. The Lord is checking us. O children of Israel. Salakia. Word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family. So this is not just for Ephraim. This ain't just for the Puerto Ricans. This ain't just for Judah. This ain't called for black people or anybody on that 12 tribe sign. But this is for the whole nation once again. The Most High is checking the whole nation at this point. All right. So let's read on. Which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you, like the Most High brought us up from the land of Egypt. Now, Egypt was another place that so-called Israelites was in captivity in. All right, but we was in captivity under the Ethiopians. All right, who we would commonly call Africans today. All right, so that's how that rocked. All right, let's see. Yeah, so we was in Egypt. The Lord delivered us out of that captivity. He delivered us out of that hell. You know what I mean? He did it through working through the brother Moses and Aaron or what have you, and all the soldiers that rode with them. He did it like that. You know what I mean? Painted the whole goddamn what you call good night. You know what I mean? Which I brought up from the land of Egypt. Okay. Salakia, y'all. Which I have brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families. Okay, the Lord saying, you only have I know of all the families. Like, once again, the Lord only deals with the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? He only deals with his people, man, because he's pro-black. You know what I mean? And if you pro-black, you got to be for your people. Okay? You must be for your people. You got to check and correct your people. You know what I mean? When they falling off, you got to check them and make sure that they get back solid where they need to be. Okay? You only have I known of all the families, and only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. Right? And therefore, the Lord was going to punish us for all of our iniquities. Meaning what? All of our sins, meaning transgressing out the laws of the Most High. You know what I mean? So that's what they're saying. The Lord is going to punish us for that. Okay? You know what I mean? That's why we number one in diabetes and high blood pressure and herpes and, all other sexually transmitted diseases and, what I mean, asthma and things of that nature. And, what I mean, we number one in these things, what I mean, because the Lord is punishing us. You know what I mean? He punishing us for a little while, however. You know what I mean? So, we got to definitely, not take that as a light thing. You know what I mean? The Lord is letting us know he got us, but, we got to get this checking first. Okay? So, with that being said, let's read on. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for your iniquity. can two walk together unless they be agreed, right? So yeah, can two walk together unless they be agreed? Now, like how we gonna be okay? Yeah, everybody claims to have the same objective, which is justice. You know what I mean? But truly, can two walk together if they be agreed? I'll answer the question for you. The question is, the answer is no to the question. You know what I mean? So we have to be agreed. We just can't, riot and loot stores and things of that nature. You know what I mean? No matter how tempting it may be, you know what I mean? Knowing that, this is my one chance to give me some fresh J's. You know what I mean? I'll put a little work on or what have you. You understand? Lord let us know he put a little work on. Okay, so let's read on. The two altogether unless they be agreed. Yeah, so you gotta be agreed. You know what I'm saying? Meaning what? You have to have a common law that is practiced between, whoever the involved parties are. Okay? You have to have a common law that's practiced. You have to have a common identity. You know what I mean? Because can two walk together unless they be agreed? And that will not happen. Okay? So, let's see. We got that. So now, let's go to da 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 da. Alright, yeah, that's it right there. Okay, so now we're gonna go to. Now we'll go to. Bear with me 1 second. Let me get there. Romans, the ninth chapter. All right. Let's start at Romans the ninth chapter, and then we'll go to the 13th verse. Okay. Romans 9 and 13. All right. Romans chapter 9 and verse 13. Okay. Romans chapter 9 and verse 13. Okay. As it is written, meaning this was written in the Old Testament. All right. Jacob have I loved. Jacob have I loved. Who's Jacob? Like I just told y'all, Jacob was the progenitor, meaning the father of the different tribes that compose the nation of Israel. Okay. That's who Jacob is. So the Most High said he loves Jacob, and he's referring to, the Israelites. The Most High loves his people. All right. The ones he put his stamp on, the Lord loves them people. All right. So let's read on. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Okay. So Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Now, who's Esau? Esau is the so-called white race. All right. It's like Esau is the progenitor of the white race. All right. That's who Esau is. He all that you see. Esau is the progenitor of the white race. All right. So the Most High said he loves so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. So the Most High is pro-Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, and he's anti-white supremacy. All right. He's anti-white violence. All right. That's how the Most High gives it up. You know what I mean? He understands that our oppressor is just so murderous by nature. He's incapable of restraining himself in any type of way. You know what I mean? And for this fact, you know what I mean, as far as when it comes to, the Lord's people, you know what I mean, they lynch us, You know what I mean? They maim us, they brutalize us, they beat us beyond recognition. You know what I mean? They put us in the back of police cars while aggressively. You know what I'm saying? They put their knees on our neck. You know what I mean? They put holes in our body because a brother is going for a daily stroll. A brother goes for a jog, and they put holes in our body. You know what I mean? Or they on a crazy rampage and just want to kill everything, thinking it's a goddamn GTA video game or something like that, and they'll recover. You understand? Like, but that is not the case. They will not recover from what the Lord has in store for them. You know what I mean? The coronavirus has already taken a major toll on this kingdom. You know what I mean? So imagine what another plague would look like. Imagine what something else tremendous would look like. You know what I mean? So so the Lord once again is pro-black, man. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants justice for George Floyd more than the Most High, man. You know what I mean? Because the Most High is pro-black, and it angers the Most High when he sees, what's happening with George Floyd and the rest of so-called black Hispanics. You know what I mean? Inside of this kingdom, all right, and all of the wrong, all of the injustice we suffer. You know what I mean? In here, the Lord sees it, and he's displeased with it very much. He's displeased with it very, very, very much. All right, fed up with all the nonsense. Okay, so, and that's why he hates Esau. You know what I mean? So let's get it a little more. Let's go to Deuteronomy, the 32nd chapter. We'll go to Deuteronomy, the 32nd chapter, and then we'll start at. Let me see. I'm gonna check it out, and then I'm gonna let y'all know. Just bear with me one quick second, and I'm gonna get that. All right. So Deuteronomy. Let's go to Deuteronomy 32. All right. 32, and if I'm not mistaken, nope. Yeah. So no sweat. Let's see. Let me see where I can do it. Let me see where it's at. Oh, whatever. Deuteronomy chapter 32 and come on, where is it at? Let me see. Let me see exactly. Okay. We'll keep it pushing. Let me just get that real quick so I can give it up for y'all. One second. Oh man, I was off. I was all the way off. Let's go to Obadiah 1 and 10. So lock here. Let's go to Obadiah 1 and verse 10, all right? Obadiah, all right? Chapter 1, verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. You know what I mean? Once again, this is the problem that the Most High has. You know what I mean, with these Edomites, man. It ain't no, petty personal feud or anything like that. But it's because of Salakia. But it's because the nature of who he is. You know what I mean? Someone who's, unstoppably murderous. Okay? He said, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob. You know what I mean? For the knee that was on George Floyd's neck for a whole 8 minutes. You know what I mean? For thy violence against thy brother Jacob. You know what I mean? That's what we talking about here. Okay, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee. You know what I mean? They are ashamed right now. You know what I mean? I walk past. Listen, I done had devils. Salah. Well, yeah, I done had devils come up to me, and they telling me, that they for the justice or what have you. They think that they should all get locked up or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? As to profess their allegiance to our people, which is absolutely a lie. You know what I mean? And I guarantee you, he got a mega hat at home. The one that was trying to tell me all of that trash. You understand? Because I found a whole bunch of crumbs everywhere. You know what I mean? That cat was just, he was something terrible. You know what I mean? That cat was something terrible. Um, but yeah, they trying to make it seem like they for the cause or what have you. You know what I mean? They try to make it seem like they for the cause, but in reality, they are not. Okay. Um, yeah, they not for the cause, man. Shame shall cover thee, and the reason why they trying to act like they all so forward, and they want to go out there and they want to march and they want to do all of this and that is because at the end of the day, they're ashamed of what they have done. They're ashamed at what has transpired in their kingdom. They're absolutely ashamed, and they seeing, oh, they starting to recognize, what's going on out here. You know what I mean? It's starting to become such an outrage. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, man, it's not for us. You know what I mean? It's because of their own shame, and you should be ashamed, and you should be covered in it. You understand? You should be absolutely covered in the shame. All right? Salakia. You know what I mean? But for real, man. They need to be covered in that shame, and it's a good and wonderful thing, man. You understand? It's absolutely wonderful. All right? For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. You know what I mean? All right. Let me see if I want to get any more on that. Mm-hmm. Let's read on. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not saying to just go out there and you got to be rude to the oppressor and uh you got to be rude to the oppressor and you got to do evil and wicked things to him and be as evil as he is or what have you. You know what I mean? That's not what we saying. You know what I mean? But there is a better way. All right. So let's. You know what I mean? There's a way that you can hate your enemy and it be righteous in the sight of the Most High. You know what I mean? Um. So bear with me 1 second. Let me get that. All right. Um. Let's go to Psalms 139 and 22. All right. Psalms 139 and 22. Psalms chapter 139 and verse 22. Now, let's start up a little more. Yeah. So let's start at Psalms 139 and we'll start at 19. Surely thou wilt slay the wicked, O God. You know what I mean? Surely thou wilt slay the wicked, O God. You know what I mean? So, slay the wicked. Who is the wicked? The wicked is our slave master. The wicked is our oppressor. You understand? That's who the wicked one is. You know what I mean? And what is being said here, surely thou wilt slay the wicked. You know what I mean? Meaning they're not gonna just get off scot free and continue to murder our people in these streets without any repercussions. You understand? The repercussions is going to come from the Most High. You know what I mean? The Most High don't come and he don't visit you like a man going to visit you. You know what I mean? Oh, you took him out, I'm gonna come take you out. He don't do it like that. The Most High, you violate the Lord send COVID-19 and cripple your whole economy. You know what I mean? The Lord makes major moves, boss moves. You understand? He plays chess. You understand? He ain't playing checkers. You did this and he go tit for tat with you. No, the Lord make a major move on you. You know what I mean? Drop that coronavirus off on you and tell you hold that. You understand? Now you gotta hold that, and it's not looking good for you. You understand? It's not looking good for you at all. You know what I mean? So, everything will be disrupted. You know what I mean? Everything be disrupted. The Lord will come and shake the whole kingdom up. You know what I mean? But the Lord gonna slay the wicked. You know what I mean? Depart from me, therefore, ye bloody men. You know what I mean? We should want to separate from these bloody men. Who these bloody men? Dude, these wicked bloody men are these devils, these crooked police officers that choke us out, you know what I mean, that murder us. You know what I mean? That's who these, you know what I mean, bloody men. The one that are the men that are covered in the blood, in our blood and the blood of our forefathers and foremothers. You know what I mean? That spilled blood on the ground, on the you know what I mean? Our people's blood on the ground, and walk on it and erect, you know, 20-story buildings and 50-story buildings on it. You know what I mean? And just walk on our bones with absolute disregard of all of the evil that they have committed on our people. You know what I mean? Depart from me, you bloody men. Like, this is the right spirit to be in. You know what I mean? Get away from the oppressor. Leave him alone. He want to come and join you and march in your in a protest with you and riot with you. The Lord want to do that for you. All right, no sweat. Cool, man. You know what I mean? All right, whatever, man. That's what's up. If the Lord wants to do that, so be it. No sweat, man. You know what I mean? So, I mean, Salaki, if he want to come and do that and march with you and all of that, you know what I'm saying? No sweat, that's cool. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? That's how you know that that's something that's not, worthy of pursuit. Because, you're fighting, the man that you fighting against is the same man that you marching with. You understand? It's the same man that you marching with. So it's not doing anything. All right? And you should want to depart from a man like that. For they speak against thee wickedly, and thine enemies take thy name in vain. Like, meaning, they speak against the Most High wickedly. You understand? They showed me something where they said Donald Trump, he sent the National Guard out, shut some things down, and then came out with the Bible in his hand. You understand? And holding it high, or what have you. You know what I'm saying? But what he's saying is, I'm God. You understand? He holding that Bible up. The reason why he holding the Bible, because he's saying, I am God. You understand? That's why he did that. You know what I mean? And they speak wickedly against thee. You know what I mean? They speaking wicked against the Most High, man. You know what I mean? They teaching that Christianity. They saying the Lord is a white man. They saying Christ is white. They saying, Mary, Most High impregnated Mary. Joseph didn't have sex with Mary. And, they teaching all kind of lies against the Most High, man. And saying that everybody can be saved and all of this trash. You know what I'm saying? Let's read on. For they speak against thee wickedly, thine enemies take thy name in vain. Like they take the Most High's name in vain. Like they saying the Lord's name for no reason. Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee. Like, do not, like, this is the thing, once again, why we say that it's not personal. You know what I'm saying? If the Lord had, if the Lord said that, we had to love our oppressor, you know what I mean, then that's exactly what we would have to have done. We would have to love our oppressor and forgive him and seek his love and or what have you. You know what I mean? That's what we would have to do then. If that was the case, if the Most High wanted that to be so, but that is not the case. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say that David was a man after the Lord's own heart. You know what I'm saying? So this is David speaking right now. He's saying, "Do not I hate them that hate thee, O Lord." You understand? The Most High, first of all, the Most High hates our oppressor. You know what I mean? And then why in the heck, you know what I mean, would we love someone that hates the Most High and that the Most High hates? You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. So let me see. From therefore, you know what I mean? And am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee? You know what I mean? And am not I grieved with them that rise up against thee? Okay. So am not I grieved with them that rise up against thee? Like, you know what I mean? Let's read on. Slocky, I wanted to rewind it back. Let me see. Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee? Oh no, I didn't get to the part that I wanted to get to yet. All right, no sweat. I hate them with a perfect hatred. You know what I mean? That's what he said. I hate them with a perfect hatred. You know what I mean? So this ain't no, go out there, pick up a rock and throw it at a police cruiser, or go set a police cruiser on fire, or set a precinct on fire, or anything like that. That's not how you hate the enemy. That's not how you combat the enemy. You know what I mean? But how you hate him? So lucky. Is with a perfect hatred. You know what I mean? You hate the enemy with a perfect hatred. Okay? And this is something that is not as easy as it sounds. You know what I mean? To pick that rock up, that's an easy thing to do. Okay? To set that cruise on fire, that's an easy thing to do, or what have you. But to hate them with a perfect hatred, that's not an easy thing to do. You know what I mean? You listen. Listen. Not selling crack. That's how you hate your oppressor. You know what I mean? With a perfect hatred, meaning not selling it to another black, Hispanic, or period. You know what I mean? But definitely not a black, Hispanic, or another black, Hispanic, or Native Indian. That's how you hate your enemy, with a perfect hatred. You know what I mean? Because, when you bring it back to the essence, you know what I mean, the CIA, you know what I mean, admitted to putting that crack cocaine in South Central Los Angeles, which was predominantly black. You understand? And that was sent there, and it was made to destroy us. You understand? So you hate the enemy by never by never selling crack or using it. You know what I mean? That's how you hate the enemy. You hate him with a perfect hatred by never stripping on the pole. You know what I mean? And I know. Listen, I know selling crack, or drugs in general. Just selling any type of drug, it seems like, the reasonable thing to do. You know what I'm saying? And oftentimes, you know what I'm saying, it might seem like that to a brother, like his last resort. You know what I mean? Might got a couple felonies on his record. You can't get no slavery nowhere, nothing like that, or what have you. You know what I mean? Things ain't looking up for him, or he just looking at the system and like, man, why the heck would I work, a 9 to 5 when I can make, this money selling crack? I can make that paycheck, what they making a paycheck, in one flip in one day. I could do that in one day. Why in the hell would I work for another man? You know what I mean? Because our people are bosses. You know what I'm saying? Deep down, we have a boss mentality. You know what I mean? What we don't want, like, and that's a righteous brother right there who think like, I don't want to be someone's slave. You know what I mean? I want to be the boss. You know what I'm saying? That's a righteous brother. That there's something right in the spirit there, but it's just not being executed properly. You understand? So they swimming in the right pool, but they just don't got it all the way right yet. You understand? But regardless of the circumstances, though, regardless of what it is or whatever the case may be, no matter how reasonable it is, or how necessary it seems to be, to sell drugs in order to, you know, you know, get your money right. You know what I mean? No matter how much that, if you mad at George Floyd, then you have to stop doing it. Now it's gonna take a little suffering. You know what I mean? You're gonna hurt a little bit. Your pocket's gonna be jacked up. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna be getting it like you once was getting it. You know what I mean? But it's lucky. But at the end of the day, you will hate your oppressor with a perfect hatred. So if you still selling crack, you can't be mad. I can't say that you can't be mad. You know what I'm saying? I won't say that. But what I will say is that, if you're gonna keep it real with yourself, if you can keep it real with yourself for a second and say, well, if I'm selling crack and I know crack was put here to destroy us by the oppressor, by this man that is killing us in these streets, you know what I mean? Why would I sell it when I know I can end up in jail and that's what he wants? I know I can end up in a certain penitentiary. I know that's what he wants. I can end up dead, and I know that's what he wants. You know what I mean? I'm destroying this family over here, and I know that's what he wants. You understand? So if we putting it all together, and not do what's selfish, but do what's real, do what's right, and follow that. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody say we real, everybody say we 100. You know what I mean, and all of that. But when it comes down to it, you know what I mean? When you know the truth, you gotta do what the truth is. You know what I mean? Because some of us know the truth, but we just don't do it. And if you at that point where you know the truth, but you just don't abide by the truth, then you can count yourself not real. You know what I'm saying? You could just say that I'm not a real brother. I'm not a real sister. You know what I mean? And just keep it real with yourself. Because in order to be real, you have to do what the truth is. You know what I mean? Whatever you find, you know what the truth is in a matter. You know what I mean? Regardless of what it is, you gotta stand by the truth. You know what I mean? If you don't, and you live in opposition to it, then you live in a lie. You know what I mean? You live into opposite than what you know is right. Same thing with a sister. She be on a stripper pole like that or something like that. You know what I mean? She figures she can make all that money or what have you and take care of her family and things like that. But sis, if you mad at George Floyd or what have you, and you really want to see justice and you want to hate your enemy, and you don't just want to flip over a cop car for a night or nothing like that, and you don't just want to set a precinct on fire for a day, but you want to bring down this kingdom overnight. You know what I mean? Then you got to give up that stripper pole and all that money and the ones that you making, and you all them stacks you getting off of that. You got to, you know what I mean? You got to get up off of that pole. Whatever I know it sounds reasonable. I know it. You got to do what you got to do. You probably single mother or what have you, and you got to have some source of income to sustain yourself. But you know what I mean? If we want to hate the enemy, you know what I mean, and we want to do it right, if we want to destroy white supremacy, then our sisters got to get off the stripper pole. You understand? It's all, we can, we of course we understand why we do what we do, man. You understand? We understand why we do what we do, and given our circumstances, it seems understandable. However, if you want to be supernatural, if you want to be someone that can truly, stand against the oppressor firmly and not fold, you know what I mean, then these are the things that we have to do. Like, these are the real things that have to be done. We just can't do what we think, is going to work. You know what I mean? We just can't do something just because we're outraged and go do some irrational thing as if it's affecting our enemy, because at the end of the day, it's not really affecting them to that much. You know what I mean? Because if he started deploying the military, a lot of niggas gonna be in the house. All they sent was the National Guard out, and things is getting they shutting down. You know what I mean? People turning down a lot more. You know what I mean? So we got to chill. We got to really look at these things and say, man, well, this is what has to be done. I gotta stop, pumping this flave. I gotta, stop prostituting and being on the stripper pole. I gotta stop aborting my babies. You know what I'm saying? I gotta stop doing these things. No matter how reasonable, or understandable they may appear to be. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know what I mean, it is not the right thing to do. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, it's what my enemy wants me to do. And when I do it, you know what I mean, he succeeds in his hate for me. You know what I mean? Because I destroy myself and my people when I do these things that the oppressor wants me to do. You know what I mean? So when we do the things that our oppressor wants us to do, then you know what I mean? Because if the oppressor do something to destroy you and he gives you something to destroy you and you take it and destroy yourself with it, then you are being defeated. You know what I'm saying? You are not destroying white supremacy. White supremacy is destroying you. Okay? So if your oppressor hands you a device to destroy you and you take it and destroy yourself with it, you're not destroying white supremacy, but white supremacy is destroying you. So let's get that straight and let's keep it 100, okay? Absolutely 100 with ourselves. All right, and once we do that, and once we able to keep it real with ourselves, then we got a foundation that we could build on. You know what I'm saying? Then you come through, and you know what I'm saying. Once you able to, when you able to accept the truth from yourself, you know what I mean. Now you can be more receptive to the truth in general. You understand? You be more receptive to the truth in general because now you listening to the truth. You're not rejecting the truth because the truth is not what you want to hear. You know what I mean? Oftentimes we know the truth. We tell ourselves the truth. And because the truth is not what we want to hear, we do the adverse thing. You know what I mean? We do the opposite of what we know is right because it's not what we want it to be. You understand? You know what I'm saying? So, same thing applies. But when you listen to, when you hear the truth, you know the truth, and you telling yourself the truth, you say, this is wrong, this is wrong. I gotta stop doing this. I can't do this, especially if I want to destroy white supremacy. I can't do this. You keep it truthful to yourself. Keep the truth to yourself. Not keep the truth to yourself. I don't want to say it like that because they might get that twisted. But keep it truthful with yourself. Okay? Keep it truthful with yourself. And I guarantee you, once you do that, you'll be able to be more receptive to the truth in general, and then what the brothers is dropping will be more easily digestible. You know what I mean? Because the only thing we saying is the truth. But it just so happens, there's a common expression where they say, the truth hurts and lies heal. You understand? Well, listen, if the truth hurts, you know what I mean? If you used to the words comforting you, you know what I mean? When you hear the truth from the priests and prophets of the Lord, it's like, it's lethal. You know what I mean? You hear the truth, and it's like a deadly weapon being aimed at you and shot at you, and you just getting hit up with it, and it hurts, and you don't like it, and because you know why? Because it's killing you. You know what I mean? So If they words comfort you, expect ours to kill. You know what I mean? Because that's what you're gonna have to do. When you find out the truth, you're gonna have to kill yourself spiritually. You know what I mean? Once you find this truth out, spiritually you're gonna have to kill yourself. That old man, that old woman you once was, you're going to have to kill yourself. You're gonna have to go through a complete change. You understand? You're gonna have to go through a complete radical change. You know what I mean? You will not be the same person. You know what I mean? And your enemy will fear you for it. You'll walk in a CVS and everybody will pray to white Jesus that you don't burn it down. You'll walk on the train and people will run off the train. You understand? That's what will happen once you come into the truth. You walk in the train and then people walk out the train. You walk in the train and people taking pictures of you just in case you blow the train up. You understand? People moving away from you. They getting away from you. They holding their purses and all kind of things. They fear you now. You know what I mean? Before they didn't fear you because you didn't have the boost braids and the beds and you know what I mean, and all looking, you know. But now they say, what the heck is he on? You know, is this cat, does he have a firearm on him? Is he gonna shoot somebody in here? What is going on? You know what I mean? Your enemy will respect you and he will fear you. And it's a good thing. You know what I mean? Of course, we're not gonna bomb nothing. We're not gonna shoot nothing up. You know what I mean? We'll defend ourselves and all of that. But we're not coming to bomb and shoot nothing up. You know what I mean? But that's what they'll think in their heads. You know what I mean? You'll be able to perceive their thoughts and see what they thinking. You know what I mean? And read them and see what their true, sincere thought is about you. Ugh, what's going on out there, man? But yeah, you know. So, that being said, it's only 5 more minutes left. I'm going to check these Jones. I'm going to check them. And then, so lucky y'all, man, I was going, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? They doing the priest dirty out here in these streets, man. You know what I mean? Your boy was on. Your boy, the priest about to KO, man. But, you know what I mean? Gonna come through with it. Some coffee next time or something like that. Give me a double dose espresso or something like that. Alright. So that's good on there. Okay. That's good on there. Alright. And where we at with it? No sweat. Okay. No, we don't do that. Believe that. Okay. So, that being said, we're gonna roll up out of here. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all subscribe. Rhode Island, no cowards. Okay. Make sure y'all subscribe to Rhode Island, no cowards. Make sure y'all subscribe to Boston, no cowards. Make sure y'all subscribe to One West Boston. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all like, share on Facebook, Bubba Kashaw. Please. That means please in Hebrew. You know what I mean? And call the number for your city, man. If you're trying to soldier up in this thing. Alright? The time is now. Okay? So, with that, Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shadurakathum. My brothers, Yahweh Shemal Latan Bahashem Yahweh Shad, the sister.